Namaskaram. The story emphasizing the greatness of the sacred 7th chapter of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. The liberation of Shankukarna. Among the sacred chapters of the Srimad Bhagavad Gita, there is one whose mere recitation pours divine nectar into the ears of the listener, the glorious 7th chapter. In ancient times, there stood a vast and prosperous city known as Pataliputra, adorned with towering gateways and thriving marketplaces. In that city lived a Brahmana named Shankukarna. Though born into a family devoted to Vedic discipline, he abandoned the duties of his lineage and chose the path of commerce. Through relentless effort, he accumulated immense wealth, so great that even kings accepted his hospitality. Yet, despite his prosperity, his heart remained barren of devotion. He neither worshipped the Lord nor performed the sacred rites owed to his ancestors. Worse still, he was consumed by miserliness, hoarding his riches and burying them beneath the earth, unwilling to part with even a fraction for charity or dharma. Once, while journeying with his sons and relatives for the purpose of contracting his fourth marriage, the group halted at a secluded place to rest for the night. As Shankukarna lay asleep, fate struck swiftly. A venomous serpent bit him. Physicians were summoned, mantras were chanted, and remedies were attempted, but all efforts proved futile. Soon Shankukarna breathed his last. Because of his greed-bound life, he did not attain peace after death. Instead, he was reborn as a Preta Sarpa, a ghostly serpent, bound to the very place where he buried wealth lay hidden. His consciousness clung obsessively to that treasure, and he lingered there guarding it, unwilling to let anyone else claim it. Time passed, and the suffering of that dreadful existence became unbearable. At last, compassion stirred within him, and he appeared in the dreams of his sons, pleading for their help, telling them about his present existence as serpent and about the hidden wealth. When morning came, the sons spoke among themselves of the strange dream. One of them, driven by intense greed, took up a digging tool and went to the spot revealed in the vision. Yet, not knowing the exact location of the treasure, he dug aimlessly until he reached a serpent's burrow. As he struck the earth, a massive and a terrifying snake emerged and thundered, "Who are you? And why have you come here? Who has sent you to disturb this place?" Trembling, the son replied, "I am your son Shiva. Last night I dreamt of hidden riches buried here, and I have come to claim them." Hearing this, the Preta Sarpa, the serpent ghost, burst into grim laughter and said, "If you are truly my son, why have you not sought to release me from this wretched state through sacred rites? It was greed that brought me to this condition, and now you follow the same path?" Humbled and shaken, the son asked, "My father, tell me, by what means can you be freed from this suffering?" The Preta Sarpa replied with solemn certainty, "Not by charity, austerity, nor sacrificial rituals alone. Only the recitation of the 7th chapter of Bhagavad Gita can sever these bonds and grant me liberation. Perform my Shraddha. On that day, invite a Brahmana devoted to chanting this sacred chapter. Feed him with reverence and faith." The sons, now awakened from their ignorance, followed their father's instructions with sincerity. During the Shraddha ceremony, as the learned Brahmana recited the 7th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, the Preta Sarpa was released from his fearful form. He emerged resplendent in a divine, glowing with transcendental brilliance. Blessing his sons, he revealed the location of his buried wealth and then ascended to Vaikuntha, the eternal abode of Lord Vishnu. The sons, whose hearts had now turned fully towards Lord Vishnu, used that wealth not for indulgence but for righteous deeds, constructing temples, digging wells and sacred ponds, feeding poor, and supporting dharmic causes. Every day they devoted themselves to the recitation of the 7th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, and in due course they too attained the lotus feet of Sri Krishna. In conclusion, the 7th chapter of Bhagavad Gita reveals that no ritual is more purifying, no charity more powerful, and no austerity more effective than sincere hearing and chanting of this chapter with faith. Thus, this story proclaims for all ages the 7th chapter of Bhagavad Gita is a bridge from bondage to freedom, from darkness to divine grace, and from fear to eternal peace. Narayana, Narayana.